Welcome back to your favorite father and son duo. What's happening, Pops?
What up, though?
Man, chilling. So we back with another one. Um, I first we would like to thank everybody for supporting so far, for liking and subscribing, but that does not mean stop doing that. Keep showing love and keep showing some support. Obviously, only if you're rocking with us. Um, So yeah, how's your day today, man?
Man, it was all right, for a Friday, I'm excited just to get off, start my weekend, you know what I mean?
That's right. All right, cool.
I'm blessed. I'm okay.
That's right. Yes, sir. So today, you say you got something for me. So what's up, man? Talk to me.
Oh yeah, man. I just wanted to run something by you because since now that we doing these the podcast, I just want to ask you a few questions. And honestly, I've never asked you this question, son, at
Uh-oh.
all.
Uh-oh.
So, you know, it's kind of crazy. It's been a little while now, and I haven't never asked you this, but I was going to ask you, so how did, your mom and I's divorce? I
hmm
mean, how did it affect you in your life as far as, the positive or negative, if anything? And I never even asked you that question. That's kind of crazy, isn't
Yeah, yeah,
it?
no,
Okay, but
yeah. So everybody gonna get it raw, just like how you would, just like how you are. Uh, how your divorce affected me, to be honest, it wasn't that bad. I It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Let me say that. Because I've seen a lot of people go through the same thing. But theirs ultimately ended up worse than my situation. Um, but as I got older, I did realize that it was a lot of things lacking, that I felt like could have been better. I was playing basketball. I didn't have like that drive once that divorce happened. I didn't have the drive no more, because when we used to play basketball out in the front yard, I could never beat you. So like that was my challenge. Like man, one day I got to beat my dad, and you never let me win. You never took it easy
oh
on
no,
me. Yeah,
yeah,
you never took it easy on me. So once that happened, I almost like lost that drive, and I didn't have like that killer instinct that I felt like I would have had if you was there, because you would have kicked me into another gear. Like when you coached me when we was with when I was with Windsor, you know, that one night. And man, I went off. I went off. So
I remember
I
that
felt like
game.
if you would have stayed, it would have been a little bit different. Besides my back being injured, I don't use that as an excuse because I feel like things would have been different if it didn't occur between you and mom, you know? Um, and besides the sports, I was still a good child. I didn't do anything bad or wrong because I loved mom and I didn't want to hurt her or anything like that. And two, I was slightly intimidated of you still because I know she'll call you. And I'm like, okay, he's gone, but he can still get to me. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to do anything to like harm mom or like do anything crazy and go to jail or something. So I tried to keep it on track. I did.
That's what's up, man. I mean, I'm kind of well, I'm gonna say embarrassed because this is something that's been always going through your pop's mind, right? But I never. This gonna sound crazy coming from me, but I never had the balls, man. I was like, because I I fear I fear if you get an answer that you don't want to get, if that sounds correct coming from a man, but I just feared like if you would have said, well, man, everything turned out bad and this and that and negative, because when you left pause, I would have felt so, yeah, that would have hit me a different way. So maybe that's probably why I never asked the question, but I never saw nothing negative as far as from you guys, man. When I left, I thought I knew for a fact, and I think a lot of it plays into when this is done. Like I told you before, and it's not a planned thing, but if you you guys have more balls than me because I could never have been in the military when you guys were born. It wouldn't have worked for me because I couldn't be away from my children when they're like two, three, one, two. Like that's the most important time we have to be with your children. So I admire anyone who away from their family or from their children, man, especially for that young. So I think a lot of the time when you do it plays into it as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And that's what I was going to say too, man. That's a great point because you did it when we were older. You know, I was already in a middle school, which a lot of people
right.
junior high. So I already had a connection with you. I already knew like who you were, you know, what you was about. I seen you on your grind, you know, through all of your struggles that you went through,
Hmm.
job to job. You know,
Hmm.
I seen that, so I knew what it took to build our house. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Um,
right.
so that's
Okay, I like that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that was important because you know you used to take me on those rides late at night when you had that other job, man. And but at that time, I didn't, I didn't really know what was going on. I was just like, yo, this man getting money. That's all I knew.
Yeah,
I didn't look at what
that's
we were
that's all that matters.
doing. It was just like, yo, he's getting money. He taking care of us. I still get new shoes. We still got food on the table. I'm still able to play sports and travel. Like everything is good. But then as I got
Right.
older, I'm like, yo, Pops was really hustling. Feel me? So I think that that played a huge part.
Right. And
Yeah,
that's good, man. That's appreciative. But I always wanted to ask you that once before, man. I'm sorry I never asked you that
yeah,
when before, but that was important to me just to ask you that question and know how you felt about it. And I mentioned this to your sister as well, so I wanted to, it probably would have been a good thing if we both all could have did it, but
yeah,
yeah, I just had to know that, man. That was important to me. But
yeah,
I appreciate that.
yeah, yeah, definitely, man. And that takes a lot to ask that question, you know, because you don't
Yeah.
want a negative answer or like you don't want any backlash. But to be honest, there's none coming from me at all. Like I said, when I knew what you was about, and we still did good. You know, mom did a great job doing what she was
Yeah.
doing, so
Yep.
wasn't really no point of failures uh, that really impacted our life a lot. You know, mine was to me, mine was just the sports aspect. You know, I felt like I could have done more in sports if you was there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
because I remember the phone calls, man, that we had, but so far away. And then with the time when I did come home on R&R, yeah, I think that was at Windsor too. I remember that was at Windsor as well, high school. But
Hmm.
yeah, I missed all that, and that's just one of the things. But your mom played a good part in it as well. But I just had to ask that question.
Yeah.
So with that being said, man, if you got anything else on that one?
No, sir, I don't.
I don't want to get too deep off into that, but I don't want to be crying all on YouTube and nothing. No, I'm just playing. Yeah.
No, I feel you.
So anyway, man, I'm gonna leave you with that, son, man. I appreciate the phone call today, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast, this little shorty that we have for you guys today, man. Just for my son and I to get a little more into it, and we really let you guys into our personal field. And I just wanted to show you guys some and let you guys know that I appreciate all the likes and subscribes. But man, keep them coming. I appreciate everybody, man, and I love you. And AS peace.
Holla, man.
All right, son.